Hi and welcome to the gwEm. I'm gwEm. Now, if you remember 5 months ago, back in March, I made a video about my YouTube channel and I was explaining that I really only had enough videos to last until May. And here we are in August and there's still been a weekly video. But this time, I think it might be the last video in that cycle of weekly videos, if you like. I wanted to do another 303 pedal shootout video basically because I've been buying a few guitar pedals. I've recently been getting into this kind of doomy rock band, bit Black Sabbath, bit psychedelic called Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. And they have a really fuzzy sound and I kind of wanted to get this sound with my guitar, but as we know from the other 303 videos, a fuzzy pedal is really good for 303. First up, like any good pedal video, we'll run the 303 clean. Absolutely iconic. So the first pedal we're going to try is the Speaker Cranker from Earthquaker Devices. Let's roll. Well, that sounded really good, didn't it? If you're into that tone, there are quite a few clones of this pedal that you could give a go. That might be a bit cheaper, but it sounds fantastic, doesn't it? This is a really nice clone of the Univox Super Fuzz. It's got a couple of modes, balance and expand controls. Let's roll. Quite a bit of noise there. Level was a bit low, but the sound of the distortion was really aggressive and quite bright. Lots of variation with this switch and the expander knob. Really good option, I think. This next one is another Earthquaker Devices pedal. It is the Acapulco Gold, which is named after a strain of marijuana, apparently. Although it's got like a picture of a treasure chest on it and this huge knob to adjust the sound. It's meant to sound like a Sun Model T amp, which is kind of famous in the doom scene. With the cannabis reference there, I guess it's going to be quite a fuzzy pedal, which might be really good with the 303. Let's try. There we go. I'm not sure how that came across in the recording. I can tell you that once you get beyond halfway, it's really loud. There's loads of output. I thought it sounded good. It's not the best pedal for the 303 I've ever tried. I like the sound of its cousin, the Speaker Cranker, better. But it did sound really good, and there was a ton of level. This is a really nice clone of the Tonebender Mk2, which is a 3-transistor fuzz. There's a switch here to bypass the first transistor, and then the circuit becomes quite a lot like a Tonebender Mk1.5 or a fuzz face. Anyway, let's see how it sounds with the 303. I'll run it in the 1.5 mode, then I'll give some thoughts, and then we'll try the 2 mode. The controls are level, bias, and fuzz. That didn't work very well. There's obviously like a weird impedance matching issue, as there is with quite a lot of fuzzes. Let's try the 2.0, the full Tonebender Mk2 mode, to see what happens here. There's a lot more gain, obviously, there, isn't there? That's not the right thing to use with the 303, is it? I have, however, used it on my guitar quite extensively over the last 2 weeks, and it is the right thing for that. But in this application, it's definitely not the right thing. You might be wondering why there is an EQ pedal here. It's not a distortion pedal as such. This is kind of a wildcard experiment. I've never done this before. So what I'm going to do is set the mixer, the 303 is connected up to slightly clip, and then we'll use this 6-band EQ to tune the distortion using these sliders here, and we'll see what kind of textures we can get out. It does get quite honky if you use the full 18 dB. We only use one slider at a time. Let's try and, sculpt something a bit now. There was some interesting variations there using this EQ to drive the mixer, but they're all kind of variations on the same thing, and you'd almost have it flat and just keep turning it up. So let's pack everything away and conclude. The standout from that was really the EQD Speaker Cranker. It sounded absolutely fantastic, and I see they've released an upgraded version called the Special Cranker, which has a couple of extra controls, so that honestly could be a really good option if you like the sound of that. Some of the other pedals were good too. the Super Fuzz clone in particular I like. The level was a bit low, but it sounded really aggressive and nasty. Tonebender wasn't right, was it? Did its best, sounds good on guitar. I don't want to slam it or anything, but it wasn't right with the 303. The Acapulco Gold was okay, loads of level. I kind of liked the way the Speaker Cranker kept a uniform level. It was good going into a mixer. This actually boosts the level at the same time as the distortion, so a bit harder to use. And the EQ was an interesting experiment, probably not something I'd do again, but maybe you got something out of that. There are plenty of other videos you can check out on my channel. Give me a like and subscribe, that will encourage me. As you can gather, I'm trying to summon up a bit of motivation to continue the weekly videos. I can't promise there'll be one next week, but who knows. After all, I did say that May would be the end, and here we are in August. So yeah, shout out to all of you watching. I hope you're having a wicked summer. Thanks a lot and take care.